Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about PPM of MBA Semester 1 of Unit 1. So, I hope my screen is visible. So, basically, PPM stands for Principle and Practices of Management. It talks about management, about functions. We are going to discuss about it in detail. Don't worry about that. But before we jump into our Unit 1, I wanted you to look at this table. It is a there are 7 units. We are going to cover first unit current right now. So it talks about management. So let's begin. So management. Let's first study what we mean when we talk about management. Management. Every organization from a startup like your Unlivable's brand to a multinational like Tata runs on people, resources, and decisions. Basically, it is trying to say that every organization, doesn't matter it is small or big, every organization is running on three very basic things: people, resources, and decisions. So management ensures that all these three move in some same direction with minimum waste and maximum result. That is what management is all about. Without management, even great ideas fail because nobody knows who is doing what, when, and how. I hope the meaning, the understanding about the this term management is much more clear after reading this. Now moving to the exact definition that it is given in textbook and something. So management is both process and discipline. It is a process because it refers to a continuous series of action about planning, organizing, staffing, decision, controlling, and all those stuff. As a discipline, it means body of knowledge with established theories, principles, and best policies that guide decision making. As you can understand that as a discipline, we understand it is a process. Why it is called as a process? Because it is a series of functions which I would say revolve repeatedly on repeated basis. The next is as at its heart is it is called as discipline because it is a body that has principles and theories and knowledge, and it is using in a its resources. The body is using its knowledge and resources in a way that it can take better decisions or basically guide for the future plan for the organization. That is why it is known as discipline. At its heart, management is all about achieving goals effectively and efficiently. When we talk about effectiveness, we are talking about doing the right thing. But when we talk about efficiency, we talk about doing right thing with a very minimum resources. That is what efficiency is. So, I'm not reading about the examples as you can easily relate it to it because as just by reading the definition, it is much more clear. You can also um, see this image and got an idea what is management is all about. But when you are writing a test, it is mandatory to give an example because there are certain parameters that they follow while giving you marks. So I would suggest you to follow these things. Like just read it. If your t-shirt brand produce 1,000 t-shirts, target achieved, you are effectively. If you do with minimum fabric, you are efficient. A good manager balances both. Okay, so now I understand. Importance. Let's read about what are the importance of management. Obviously, goal achievement ensures everyone's effort are directed towards organizational objectives. The second is optimum utilization of resources. Definitely avoid duplication and waste. The third is team coordination. Obviously, unifies departments and individuals. The next is adaptability, helps respond to external changes. Innovation encourages creative solution. Growth and stability creates long-term sustainability. So now next moving to the next topic, I would say, which are characteristics of management. So first understand why it is important to know about characteristics of management. Before learning how to manage, you must know what kind of activity management actually is. Understanding its nature clarifies whether management is a science, art, profession, or a process. So let's talk about its top features. It is a goal oriented. As you can see, every managerial activity aims to achieve a specific objective. It might be a profit, market share, customer satisfaction, anything. For example, Amazon management focuses on customer obsession as a core goal. Now, the second characteristic is universal process. Management principle apply to all types of organization, whether it is an NGO, business, hospital, everything. Sorry. Example, a hospital management must plan surgeries and staffing like just like a factory plans production shift. The next characteristic is a continuous process. It is not just a one-time job. Planning, controlling, and motivating all happen repeatedly, and it's an ongoing continuous process. Next characteristic is it is multidisciplinary. In this, it means draws knowledge from economics, psychology, sociology, statistic, and communication. Like getting knowledges from various sources to accomplish and implement into our business to achieve the desired objective with the minimum cost and to better functioning of the management function itself. So the next characteristic is it is dynamic. Basically, it means that it adapts to changes in changing environments very quickly. The next characteristic is group activity. Obviously, management works through people, not in isolation. We all know that. The next is intangible force. You can't see management, but you can feel its impact and its results. Smooth operation, motivated teams, happy customers. These are some of the intangible forces that you can feel, but you can't see. The next is levels of management. So basically, there are three levels. If I'm not wrong, the first is top level, the second is middle level, and the last one is lower level. Top level includes we are going to read it about, but like I'm just telling you what I know. Uh, in top level, it is talks about mostly strategy and planning things like that. Whereas in middle level, it is most about converting what has been planned into course of action. Whereas in the lower level, it is much more about implementing the course of action to the non-managerial employees, basically the execution part. So every level of management has its pros and cons, and every level is important. So let's read about what has been written in it. So why it is matters, first of all. Every organization is structured like a pyramid, as we know. Top managers make decisions, middle managers implement, and lower level managers execute. It is as simple as that. Knowing these levels help understand what does what, who does what. Levels explain. Like first is top level management. Who are those in this management? That's the CEO, MD, general manager. Their functions are strategic planning, setting objectives, policy making, representing company to the external world. What are the skills here needed? The conceptual and decision making skills. Example, the founder of Zomato deciding to expand internationally. The next level is middle level management, who are in this department heads and branch managers. What are its functions? Translating top management goals into departmental levels, coordinating between top and lower levels, skills, human and technical. Example, a sales manager planning regional sales target, lower level. Who who are under this? Supervisors, foremen, team leaders. Functions, directing workers, ensuring daily tasks, reporting progress. Skills, technical and interpersonal. Example, production supervisor checking shirt printing quality or something. Next, topic number 4. In here we talks about functions of management. So I basically I there are certain functions. So I was always get one or the other function is missed out by me. So what I did was I make it an hack. It is like POSDC. So I just remember this thing and follow it. Like for example, I know P planning, organizing, then S staffing, then directing, and then controlling. So that is how I remembered it. You can also do it in this way as well. So okay, let's. There are these are the pillars of management. Every decisions or actions can be traced to one of these functions. Basically, these are the functions. So let's start with the planning, deciding in advance what to do, when to do, and by whom. Help in setting objective and choosing best course of action. Example, deciding to launch a Diwali sale and forecasting demand for festive t-shirt. Insight, good planning reduces uncertainty and gives direction. Output, objectives, strategies, and schedules budgets. Now moving to the organizing. We all know about what do we mean when we talk about planning, right? So I'm not going deep into it. You can also visit, see this image. Uh, Organizing is what you mean by organizing, establishing structure of roles and relationship. Example, assigning designers, marketers, and dispatch team. Basically made in a structure and give them their roles and responsibility. That is what we uh, come under organizing. Involves examples like involves creative hierarchy, delegating authority, allocating resources and stuff like that. The next function is staffing. Ensures the right person is in the right job. Trust me, people do take it like HR job are not that very important. But trust me, this is one of the most underrated thing in the corporate world. It is quite important, to be very honest, because ensure the right person is in the right job. Includes retirement, selection, training, appraisal, compensation. Example, training your sales team to use Amazon ads, data insights. Next function is directing, guiding, motivating, and communicating and leading employees. Example, motivating producing team to meet deadlines or resolving interpersonal issues or something like that. Includes leadership, motivation and communication and supervision skills. Controlling includes measuring and actual performance, comparing it with the standard and tracking, taking corrective actions based on their performance. Example, checking if the campaign goes. Okay, so it is about the marketing perspective example, so I'm not going to get into it. We learned about what is the meaning of management, why it is important. In topic 2 we study about what are the top characteristics of management. In topic 3 we study about the three levels of management. Then we study about what are the functions of management. Now we are going to study about what I would say the legends in this field about the management field. What are their theories? So first is Henry Fayol. He gave 15 timeless principles. So we are just going to read about it. Trust me, it is not that tough, but it is difficult to remember. So you have to find a hack by yourself. I'm not going to spoon feed you here. I'm just giving you the principles. The first is division of work. It means specialization increases efficiency. For example, if one person is doing the four respective different job, he will do it, but it will take time. It also lacks the he won't get into it much faster or quickly. His speed will not be as fast as he can. So it is better if a certain people will do a certain job that helps us to increase efficiency as well as the quality improve. The second part is authority and or responsibility. In here, Fayol talks about that if it is important to give authority with the responsibility. So it goes hand in hand. The next is discipline. It is punctual, respect for rules and agreements, things like that included in it. Unit of command. There should be one employee. Obviously, let's say there is an employee has to be guided by the one boss. There are not be multiple boss because there should be unity of command. There should be unity of direction as well. All the employees who are working for you should have the same goal. So that's is what unity of direction is all about. Next is remuneration. The salary and the incentives should be, and the bonus should be well, uh, I would say, well managed and should be given on I would say, the right time to the employees. So it helps them to motivate and move forward with the objective. The next one is centralization and decentralization, basically balancing decision making authority. That is what it talks about. Next is scalar chain, basically a hierarchy from top to bottom. There has to be a hierarchy. If I can't, a normal employee can talk to the CEO of the company. No, there has to be proper hierarchy that he has to follow if uh, he wants to send a message to the top level. He has to go through the middle level first. So then that is what it is talk about. Next is order, systematically arrangement of people and materials, equity, fairness, initiative, encourage employees. Moving to the next topic. I don't know about this. Spirit decops, basically promote team spirit. Sorry. Okay, spirit. Like, yeah, that's the spirit. So what we are doing, we are basically promoting team spirit. So spirit decops, you can learn it like that. So now moving to the next topic, it is topic number 6. We are almost 50% done here. Now we are just going to explain why we called as management as a science, art, and profession. See, we called it as a science because it is a knowledge based on facts and figures. We made decisions on that knowledge. It is a cause and effect relationship, or is a systematic knowledge a body of knowledge. So that is what I know about. That is why we call it as a science. We called it as an art because it is a repetitive process and it gets better by doing it on the continuous basis. It is a skill, creative and personal judgment involves. So it is subjective. So that is some of the reasons why we called it as an art. Next is profession, follows specialization, education, code of conduct, and commitment to service. That is why we called it as profession as well. The next is managerial roles. So there are three types of managerial roles: interpersonal, informational, and decisional. You can remember it's like IID, like you know about IIT. So don't you can take a reference from that and made it like an IID. It is interpersonal, informational, and decisional. In interpersonal, it is mostly about uh, uh, like I would say, act as a symbolic leader for the organization, basically the face of the organization. Whereas in information, it talks about information inside and outside the company. Decisional, obviously, as the name suggests, it is responsible for the decisional. You can read about these subtypes as well. Let's go one by one. In interpersonal, there are three subtypes. Figurehead. Act as the symbolic leader of the organization, performs formal duties and represents the firm in ceremonies. The second is leaders, guides, motivates, and influences team members to achieve goals. Liaison, builds and maintains network and contract with people outside the organization. In information, there are three subtypes: monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson. Let's go one by one. In monitor, collects internal and external information, relevant information to the business. In disseminator, shares useful information with team members and subordinates. Spokesperson represents and communicate information about the organization to the outsiders. Decisional, there are four subtypes: entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator, negotiator. Entrepreneur decides, initiates new ideas, innovations, or improvement in project. Disturbance handler solves conflict and handles unexpected problems. Resource allocator decides how to distribute resources like time, money, and manpower. Next is negotiator, represents the organization in major negotiation. So now moving to the next topic number 8 that talks about skills. So basically there are three types of three skills: the technical, human, and conceptual. As you know that in conceptual it is ability to see the organization as a whole and try to make decisions on that basis about the planning and the strategic decisions. Whereas in human skills, humans, it talks about ability to work well with others, how I can deal with the humans. So it talks about that. Whereas technical, it is much more about the functional skill, like ability to use methods, tools, and techniques. So there are different levels of management, the way they are prioritizing these three skill types, as you can see. in here. The next is coordination. So basically, coordination is between the levels of management and the functions of management as well. So there has to be a good coordination. People should communicate easily and work uh, with togetherness type of feeling, so they can achieve the required goal or objective with the minimum resources. So that is what we talk about in coordination. Let's read it quickly, what has been written in it. Even if planning, organizing, and staffing are perfect, the organization fails without coordination. It's the glue that binds all functions together. Coordination means aligning efforts of different individual and department to achieve common goals. Marketing runs an ad campaign, production must ensure enough stock, logistic must ensure delivery, coordination ensures all three move in sync. That is what the job of coordination means. Now, the our last topic, it is emerging trends in management. The first is participative management. Employees share in decision making. Now you can see that employees are taking share in this. The employees are being included in while taking a big major decisions. So that is something is being now it is included. Okay, just a second, guys. The first is participative management. The second is MBO, which is management by objective. It is setting measure goals for each department and reviewing progress. Basically, sets a target in each department and review it after a quarter and whatever time period they are comfortable with. Now, moving to the third one, total quality management. TQM. It is about continuous improving in process for customer satisfaction. Basically, nowadays we can also see we want a good quality product. We are not basically to satisfy normal consumer. It is much more tougher. So one of the way is improve the quality. So that is what now management has been much more focusing on. The next is benchmarking, learning from the best industry practice. So basically, there are certain um heroes in every industry. So there are certain practices that they are doing. So or certain benchmark that they set in terms of quality, in terms of production, in terms of sales, in terms of anything like vision or something. So we should learn from that industry experts. The next is digital agile market management. It is a data-driven, fast, flexible approach to decisions. Basically, how with the help of the data available previously, we are taking our decision and how flexible we are in terms of making our structure changes over time. It talks about that. The next and the last one is CSR. It's a corporate social responsibility. It's a responsibility that every company has towards a society. It's a balancing profit with societal well-being. It talks about that. So let's quickly read first. First, we read about discuss about the what is management. It's important. In topic two, we discuss about the characteristics of management. In topic 3, we discuss about the functions of management. In topic 4, we discuss about the levels of management. In topic 5, we discuss about I'm not get okay. In topic 5th, we discuss about Henry Fayol, correct? The its top 14 principles. Then in topic 6, we discuss about why management is called as science, art, and I would say profession. Then we discuss about what are the managerial roles. Then after that, we talk about what are the managerial skills, then coordination, and then the emerging trends. Let's read out the pictures first. I'm just showing it to you, the number of pictures that I have. So this is the first picture. It talks about management, meaning of management and importance. Then the second one is characteristics of management. This one is about level of management. This one is about functions of management. This, as I mentioned, the Henry Fayol, the legend in this field. So this about the 14 principles that Henry Fayol gave us. Now this is about the Management Act. as a science, art, and profession. So for you, I just increase the size. I hope this works. Let's put it like that. Okay. Now the Henry means the 10 managerial roles, I would say, the managerial skills, the coordination, and the emerging trends. Thank you guys. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please do like it so I can see that I can in basically help you in one way or the other. Although I'm going to bring many more videos like that because I've just wanted to add a value to whatever you are doing. If it is regarding this topics, mostly I am assuming that most of the people who are watching this video, it is the people are of the MBA background or BCom, BPA, something they are learning for their graduation stuff. So I am much more about in the how my major focus is how with the short duration I can be much more productive. So I'm just targeting that part. And if you need anything, just comment down below. I'll read your comment, and on that basis, I made the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.